Citizenship Hunger Games, the radical politics undermining due process and public trust. Part 1. The dangerous spectacle of citizenship as entertainment. In early 2025, leaked reports from sources close to the Department of Homeland Security suggested that certain Trump-aligned officials had been exploring a shocking proposal, turning the U.S. citizenship process into a competitive entertainment format. The idea, still in conceptual stages, would involve a televised patriotic challenge program where undocumented or aspiring immigrants would compete for legal status. The program is reportedly being considered as part of a broader public relations strategy by allies of Secretary Kristi Noem and DHS senior staff. While no formal policy has been introduced in writing, sources within DHS and conservative media figures close to the administration have confirmed preliminary discussions. According to the concept, participants would demonstrate their knowledge of American values, history, and loyalty through a series of public challenges, ranging from language and civics quizzes to job performance simulations. Only those who win would earn the right to stay. Legal experts sound the alarm. Civil liberties groups have responded with immediate concern. Immigration law experts and constitutional scholars argue that such a format would trivialize a life-altering legal process and violate the Equal Protection Clause under the 14th Amendment. Immigration policy must be governed by law, not spectacle, says ACLU legal director Andrea Flores. What's being proposed isn't just unorthodox, it's morally bankrupt and constitutionally indefensible. In the current U.S. immigration system, legal permanent residents or green card holders may apply for citizenship after 3 to 5 years, provided they meet requirements including continuous residence, moral character, and passing an English and civics exam. Naturalization is governed by the Immigration and Nationality Act, not ratings, entertainment value, or American Idol-style judging panels. According to USCIS, more than 800,000 immigrants are naturalized each year. In contrast, even a high-budget show could only realistically feature dozens or perhaps hundreds of contestants, raising the question, what about the millions more still in legal limbo? Part 2. Kristi Noem's constitutional missteps. This radical vision of immigration isn't happening in a vacuum. Kristi Noem, who has risen rapidly through the MAGA hierarchy, now occupies one of the most powerful and sensitive roles in American governance, Secretary of Homeland Security. During recent hearings before the House Judiciary Committee, Secretary Noem was asked to explain the department's mass detentions of immigrants and whether due process was being upheld. In a particularly jarring moment, she appeared to misunderstand the concept of habeas corpus, suggesting it granted the president the authority to remove people from the country. Habeas corpus is a constitutional right that the president has to remove people, she claimed, in full view of the committee. This is factually incorrect and legally dangerous. What is habeas corpus? Habeas corpus, Latin for you shall have the body, is one of the oldest legal rights in Western law dating back to the Magna Carta of 1215. In the U.S. Constitution, Video 1 Section 9, it ensures that anyone detained by the government can petition for a judicial review of their detention. It acts as a check against executive overreach and arbitrary imprisonment. Noem's comments sparked outrage across legal communities. A former DOJ attorney speaking anonymously called it one of the most ignorant constitutional errors I've seen from a cabinet-level official in decades. This isn't a matter of semantics, it's a direct indication that top officials may not understand the rights they are sworn to uphold. Part 3. Epstein's death and the sudden U-turn from the right. As Secretary Noem faced backlash for her misunderstanding of constitutional law, another strange pivot was unfolding in the background: the unraveling of conspiracy theories around the death of Jeffrey Epstein. For years, right-wing figures like Dan Bongino, a former Secret Service agent and media personality, and Kash Patel, a former Trump aide and current intelligence liaison, have heavily promoted the idea that Epstein was murdered by a so-called deep state cabal to protect elites. Bongino in particular built large portions of his audience by attacking the FBI, DOJ, and CIA over alleged cover-ups. Epstein's suspicious 2019 death in a federal jail, with malfunctioning security cameras, guards asleep, and Epstein removed from suicide watch, became fuel for these claims. In a stunning reversal, Kash Patel recently stated in a closed-door congressional briefing, later confirmed in an interview, that he now accepts the official finding of suicide. "We've seen the files, there's no evidence of foul play, it was suicide," he told reporters. This revelation shocked even his own allies. For years, Patel and Bongino insisted on foul play. Now both are walking it back, citing access to classified records that allegedly corroborate the original finding by the Justice Department. Critics aren't convinced. Some argue that Patel's new role in government may be influencing the change in narrative. Others believe the initial theories were politically convenient tools that are now being discarded to serve new interests. Part 4: Symbolism over Solutions, the Jesus Painting Distraction. As constitutional protections erode and political stories get rewritten, Americans are also contending with what critics are calling governance by symbolism. Case in point, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy's recent announcement that a painting of Jesus Christ was being restored to a prominent location at the United States Merchant Marine Academy. Framed as a defense of Christian values, the move drew praise from conservative media, but sparked fresh legal challenges and criticism from religious liberty watchdogs. The Academy, as a federally funded institution, is subject to the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, which bars government promotion of religion. Meanwhile, real transportation problems persist. The FAA has experienced a 27% staffing shortage in air traffic controllers. Rail infrastructure remains dangerously outdated, contributing to multiple derailments in 2024. National flight delays reached a 5-year high last summer. For many, the Jesus painting announcement appears to be a strategic distraction from genuine systemic failures. Conclusion: the erosion of governance in the age of distraction. What connects these seemingly disparate stories? A proposed game show for immigrants. A politically convenient shift in the Epstein death narrative. Religious symbolism as a substitute for transportation policy. Each story, in its own way, reveals a government more focused on performance than principle, more concerned with optics than outcomes. The stakes are enormous. Public trust in institutions, the integrity of the legal system, and the future of democratic governance. As the political theater continues to escalate, it's vital that the public demand more than spectacle. We must demand facts, we must demand accountability, and above all, we must remember that citizenship, due process, and truth are not prizes to be won. They are rights to be protected.